Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar were one of the strongest manager-wrestler duos in WWE history. Lesnar went on hiatus following the SummerSlam 2023 loss to Cody Rhodes, but then had his early 2024 return reportedly nixed after being linked to the Vince McMahon scandal stemming from Janelle Grant's lawsuit. Amid rumors and speculation, Heyman is now opening up on Lesnar's status and how he really is. The next big thing, and the mad scientist met in 2000 when Lesnar signed a WWE developmental deal to work in OVW. Lesnar and Heyman hit Raw together in March 2002, and the successful on- and off partnership led to numerous championship reigns and memorable moments. While WWE supposedly put on hold Lesnar's return amid controversy this year, Heyman and the Bloodline ran away with the top creative spot. However, WWE seemingly began warming back up to Lesnar this summer, and there's been renewed talk of a potential return. Heyman claims he's not sure if we'll ever see Lesnar again, but in a new interview with Clutch Points, he made it clear that the return of the Beast depends on his desire to be in the spotlight again. Heyman added that there's a chance WWE will never see the former UFC heavyweight champion again, and if so, that was his choice to make. The former ECW boss revealed just how private the 2002 King of the Ring was when asked if Lesnar could ever return. "I don't have that answer because Brock Lesnar is not in the public eye, which affords him a level of privacy that I would never violate. So, if Brock Lesnar is of the desire to ever be in the public eye again, he'll let you know when the time is right. He's earned the right to that privacy. Brock Lesnar's a private man, a private beast. Should he wish to be in the public eye, he will be. And should he wish never to be seen again, you've seen the last of Brock Lesnar," Paul Heyman said, via ClutchPoints.com. While the Beast's return is still up in the air, Heyman returned recently on SmackDown, bringing CM Punk back along with him for the big Survivor Series Bloodline War Games match. Paul Heyman and the OG Bloodline will be at a disadvantage in the men's War Games match set for the WWE Survivor Series Premium Live event on Saturday. The match will feature Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn vs. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Bronson Reed. Tonight's Go Home SmackDown episode was headlined by Jacob Fatu defeating Jey Uso. Jacob won the match with a Samoan drop through the announce table, then a top rope moonsault for the pin. With the win, Fatu earned the War Games Order of Entry advantage for his team against the OG Bloodline. The 38th Annual Survivor Series PLE is set to hit the air on Peacock at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. The 2-hour countdown to Survivor Series pre-show will begin at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Paul Heyman, the man known for weaving compelling narratives and elevating some of the greatest stars in professional wrestling history, found himself at the center of speculation yet again. This time, the buzz revolved around his longtime ally and former client, Brock Lesnar. With Lesnar's sporadic WWE appearances becoming even more infrequent, fans and insiders alike are questioning whether the Beast incarnate will ever return to the squared circle. During a candid interview on WWE's The Bump, Heyman was asked point-blank about Lesnar's status and whether fans should expect to see him annihilate opponents in WWE once more. True to form, Heyman gave a response that was both enigmatic and revealing, expertly keeping the audience hanging on every word. The relationship between Heyman and Lesnar. Before addressing the burning question, Heyman took a moment to reflect on his decades-long partnership with Brock Lesnar. "Brock Lesnar is not just a client or an associate to me," Heyman began. "He's a force of nature, an anomaly, a once-in-a-lifetime athlete. I've had the distinct privilege of guiding his career from the moment he set foot in this industry. Together, we've rewritten the history books and defined what dominance means in sports entertainment." Heyman's words reminded fans of the unparalleled achievements Lesnar has accomplished in WWE. The youngest WWE champion in history, the conqueror of The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak, and a man whose mere presence guarantees must-see television. But as Heyman spoke, there was a hint of nostalgia, almost as if he were recounting the legacy of someone whose best days were behind him. The reality of Lesnar's schedule. When pressed on Lesnar's absence, Heyman didn't shy away from the practicalities of the situation. Brock Lesnar is not your average competitor, Heyman explained. He's not someone who needs to show up week after week to remind the world who he is. Brock's legacy speaks for itself. He works on his own terms. And right now, those terms involve taking a step back to focus on other endeavors. Heyman confirmed that Lesnar is currently enjoying life on his sprawling Saskatchewan farm, indulging in hunting, fishing, and spending time with his family. Brock is the epitome of someone who has earned the right to live life on his terms, Heyman said. He doesn't need to chase the spotlight. It chases him. While Heyman's words painted a picture of a content Lesnar away from the wrestling ring, he was quick to dispel rumors that the former Universal Champion had hung up his boots for good. Brock Lesnar is a man who thrives on challenges, Heyman stated. And let's not forget, the WWE landscape is constantly evolving. If the right challenge presents itself, who's to say Brock won't return to remind everyone why he's the most dominant force in the history of this industry? The current WWE landscape. Heyman also took the opportunity to address how Lesnar's potential return could shake up the current WWE roster. Let's look at the state of WWE today, Heyman said, leaning forward as if to emphasize his point. Roman Reigns is still at the top of the mountain, holding the undisputed Universal Championship with an iron grip. You've got new stars emerging like Cody Rhodes and LA Knight, veterans like Seth Rollins carrying the torch, and unstoppable forces like Gunther dominating their divisions. But let me ask you this. Who among them can truly claim to be on Brock Lesnar's level? Heyman's rhetorical question lingered, leaving fans to speculate about potential dream matches. Could Lesnar return to challenge Roman Reigns once again, rekindling their storied rivalry? Or might he set his sights on a new target, such as the Intercontinental Champion Gunther, whose reign of terror has drawn comparisons to Lesnar's own destructive path? Heyman also teased the idea of Lesnar entering the realm of tag team wrestling, something the Beast has rarely explored. Brock Lesnar teaming up with a certain Paul Heyman guy. Now that's a scenario that could redefine what tag team dominance means in WWE, Heyman said with a smirk. Behind the scenes, one of the more intriguing parts of Heyman's interview was his acknowledgement of the behind-the-scenes negotiations that often dictate Lesnar's WWE appearances. Brock Lesnar isn't just a wrestler. He's a global brand, Heyman explained. His presence elevates any show he's on, and that comes with a certain level of expectation. When Brock steps into the ring, it's not just a match. It's an event. That level of star power requires careful planning and, frankly, the right payday. Heyman hinted that discussions between Lesnar and WWE are ongoing, but declined to provide specifics. I'll just say this, Brock Lesnar and Vince McMahon have always had a unique understanding. And while Vince's role may have evolved, the respect between Brock and WWE's upper management remains intact. The Paul Heyman factor. Of course, no discussion of Brock Lesnar would be complete without addressing Paul Heyman's own role in the equation. Let's be clear. I am not Brock Lesnar's manager, advocate, or special counsel at this moment in time, Heyman clarified. Right now, my focus is on Roman Reigns and ensuring the bloodline continues to dominate. But if, and it's a big if, Brock Lesnar decides to return, who do you think he'll turn to for guidance? Who do you think will be standing in his corner, orchestrating his path to destruction? Spoiler alert, it's the same man who's been with him since day one. A message to the fans. Before wrapping up, Heyman delivered a direct message to the WWE Universe. Brock Lesnar is not gone. He's simply waiting for the right moment. And trust me when I say this. When that moment comes, it will be bigger, more brutal, and more awe-inspiring than anything you've seen before. So, to all the fans clamoring for his return, be patient. Because when Brock Lesnar reappears, it will be worth every second of the wait. Speculation runs wild. Heyman's interview has reignited speculation about Brock Lesnar's future. Fans have taken to social media to debate potential matchups, with names like Cody Rhodes, Gunther, and even Logan Paul being thrown into the mix. Others wonder if Lesnar might surprise everyone by returning in a non-wrestling capacity, such as a mentor or enforcer for a rising star. One thing is certain, Paul Heyman's words have once again proven his ability to keep the WWE Universe buzzing. Whether Brock Lesnar returns next month, next year, or not at all, the mere possibility has fans glued to their screens, eagerly awaiting the next chapter in the saga of the Beast Incarnate. For now, the ball remains firmly in Brock Lesnar's court, and with Paul Heyman subtly pulling the strings, anything is possible.